Hello again, my lovely listeners. It is I, Conway Fitzgerald, here with another episode of the Modern Immortals. This is episode number 6, The Leading Lady. Hey, I'm very excited because the snow is melting. Spring is around the corner. I'm also excited to share this episode with you because I am blessed with an outstanding voice actor troupe. I mean, these actors are fantastic and they donate their performances to make this happen and to bring my scripts to life. And I'm so grateful to all of them. I wanted to make a special shout out today, though, to the leading lady herself, Ms. Nicee Brown. Nicee is a fantastic actor and she means the world to me because she's done so much to help me get started in this area and to meet new actors and to propel it to another level. And I've got to say, she really took on a big challenge with this episode, playing 2 very significant roles. I challenge anybody to go anywhere and find a better voice actor performance than the one on this episode, particularly as Camille Lewis. Extraordinary. So please do your part. If you like having free audio drama on YouTube, say so in the comments, share with your friends, and also send a shout out. I have the whole cast listed in the video description. Please send some flowers or love exclamation points in the comments at the very least. Like the video, share it with your friends, and let's let them know that you appreciate what's happening here. All right, enough of my yapping. Here it is, The Leading Lady.
No, Herman, you must not leave. You can't leave me here, all alone. I need you.
But I must. I need to get back to school.
Please, stay.
Cut! Cut! What are you doing, Miss Clemenceau?
What does it look like I'm doing, Wilhelm? I'm playing the part. I'm acting.
Where? Which script are you reading from? Where does Yvette say, please, stay?
Well, I did improvise that. I need a little room to work here, Wilhelm.
Nein! Das ist unglaublich! Why would you beg deinen Sohn to stay home from school? You worked so hard at night so that he could attain a college education.
My son? Who would ever believe that this man could be my son? I thought André was supposed to be my lover.
Phyllis! Read her the line, please.
Oh, my dear Herman, must you leave already? It feels like you've just arrived.
Well, that's rather unnatural sounding, isn't it? I think what I said made much more sense, don't you? And Wilhelm, he and I, we must switch sides. This angle is my bad profile.
Oh, is that right? You want me to replace the lighting and reset the camera position because you think one side of your face sieht besser aus than the other? Ach du Liebe.
Of course. I always need to be camera led. You know that.
Nein, nicht mehr. That is it. Ich habe genug. Diese Frau ist absolut unerträglich. Du ruf Henrich an und sag ihm, er soll mir bis morgen eine neue Yvette finden. Räumen Sie das Setup. Bring sie hier raus.
All right, fine. Do it your way. I was just making a suggestion. For goodness sake, Wilhelm.
I don't think he was kidding, Madame Clemenceau. I have never seen him this upset.
I think we're going to take at least 5 here, folks. Bernadette, I think we're done here.
Well, I simply made a suggestion is all, and the man completely flew off the handle. How unprofessional can a director be?
Did you read the script?
Well, yes, I glanced at my lines, of course, but I only received scripts last Thursday. That was, what, a little over a week ago? All I knew was you told me you had a part in a romance for me.
As the mother to the male lead, that's what I told you?
Then that's just a mistaken casting, Les. I mean, I'm a little older than that actor, but no one would ever believe that I was his mother.
Well, it doesn't matter now. You've been replaced.
Replaced? That cannot be. This was the very first day of shooting. They told me they were taking a break for the day.
No, Bernie, you were fired. I'll see what I can do with the production company about receiving your day rate for at least the first week. But apart from that, your contract can be terminated by Kleist before and during shooting. I told you. He's a real stickler for details.
That's absurd. Give me his number. Let me call in. I can explain. I've worked with Wilhelm a number of times. Deep Sea Pearls, The Blue Garter.
Bernie, that was over 30 years ago. Kleist has been making movies every year since. The guy is a machine. This was the wrong guy to upset. And on the first day...
Fine. Let him be upset and have his little movie. I have better things to do. I really need to get out of Paris, Les. I'm going to the Côte d'Azur for a couple of weeks to get some sun and be with friends. You'll keep me informed of any new developments? Better ones?
Better ones? Bernie, you must understand. My time is valuable to me. If you aren't making films making money, then I'm not either. I'm going to see what I can salvage out of this contract.
There are things that are far more important than money, Les. I'm an artiste. 3 weeks later, at the Hotel du Cap Eden Rock.
Hello? Hello?
Is that who I think it is? You've come, Eva, my old friend.
Hey now, who you calling old?
Oh, a poor choice of words. Maman, Eva, you look amazing. Look at you.
Mwah, mwah. That's what having a supermodel for a bride will do for you. Make you grow old. Fast.
Oh, where is Monique? Is she here?
Nah, she's in Cannes doing a promo event. Something for the film fest next month. I figured coming here was a good opportunity to get away from all that. How about you? What are you promoting?
Oh, nothing now. Just finished shooting a movie in Hamburg. Can you believe they cast me as a grieving mother? I mean, do I look like I could be someone's mother?
Well, you look great for a 60-something, Bernie, but...
Oh, just say it. C'est oui, c'est fini. It's over for me, Eva.
Oh, darling, stop. You're a fine actress. You just can't be the same actress you were in the 1970s and 80s.
But mother? Schoolmaster? That's all I can ever be? Now all the Botox on earth cannot repair these bags under my eyes.
Ah, there's more to life than B movies, Bernie. Why not enjoy the life you've earned? Find a new love.
Like Monique? You are so lucky to have love, Eva. I have no one. I'm all alone. Oh, oui, Pierre, I do have you. You are my rock.
See? You do have love.
Yes, love from a dog. But what I really need right now is a job, Eva. I haven't told anyone else this, so please keep it between us.
Of course. What's wrong?
I'm broke, Eva. I have nothing left. Even Les Balzac has abandoned me. Bastard. The money I made for him, I made his career.
Broke? And you're renting this hotel room? Your head's full of mints. You should come with me next week to Cambridge. Monique suggested I checked out the study. They're doing some lab up north. Some real high-tech sciencey stuff. They say they need some human testing volunteers. And get this, if I'm chosen for it, they say they can make me 18 years old again. Could you imagine? Me, at 18?
That's possible? 2 months later, at the Waddington Institute.
Dr. Fillmore?
What is it, Miss Guilfoyle? I told you I was done for the day, and I didn't want to take any more calls.
It's one of the candidates, Doctor. One of the declined candidates. She won't leave.
Is he in here? Oh, there you are, Dr. Fillmore, right?
Yes, indeed, Miss Clemenceau. What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Well, clearly there was a dreadful mistake made here, Doctor. I was just told that I am not going to be a sponsored candidate for the trial. Why on earth not? I am the perfect candidate for this treatment.
Ms. Clemenceau, we here at Waddington conducted an exhaustive process to determine our most suitable human trial subjects. The sponsored study selections are only a small portion of our...
Please! Can we discuss this?
Manners.
It's all right, Miss Guilfoyle. Yes, Miss Clemenceau, I can answer a few of your questions briefly. I have a car scheduled in just a few minutes, though.
Why, Doctor? Why wasn't I selected? I would be the perfect candidate. I could once again be the most beautiful woman in the world. You know, that's what People magazine called me back in 1988. Look, right there on the cover. The most beautiful woman in the world.
I am aware of your past, Miss Clemenceau, but it is your present which is at issue. Your labs came back as quite problematic for several reasons, not the least of which you've had several cosmetic procedures, implants and fillers, silicone, aquamid, among others. These could be potentially harmful to remove and would create too many unnecessary complications in so doing. I believe we were unanimous in our decision that this treatment would not be right for you at this time. I wish you the very best with your future career, Miss Clemenceau, but the choices for the study have been finalized. I am sorry, but you have been denied.
Oh? I was led to believe that you were the boss around here, Doctor. That it was you who have the power to make the final decision in the end. Albrecht told me you overruled him on his objections to Bob Lee.
Albrecht should know better than to share such information with one of our candidates. I'll have to have a word with him about that.
But Dr. Fillmore, Malcolm, there are other important factors that I think were overlooked here. And in your decision-making, things that I could do to help you.
The likelihood of your mass media impact was greatly considered, Miss Clemenceau.
No, Doctor. I don't think you truly understand. Though I'd be happy to educate you. Right here. Right now. There are things that I can do that these other candidates cannot. And I can do them quite well.
Miss Clemenceau, I believe that sort of talk is highly inappropriate.
Why don't you lock the door, Malcolm? And I'll show you what inappropriate really means. Within the week, after the sudden unexpected withdrawal of the Indonesian amputee from the sponsored pool, Bernadette's candidacy was reconsidered. And soon afterward, to the shock and dismay of Fillmore's team, Bernadette Clemenceau was chosen as the amputee's replacement. Whereas Dr. Fakuri remained unconvinced she was a good choice and abstained her vote, Dr. Van der Vloes's decision was moved by a veiled threat from Fillmore over the legal repercussions of his unwise disclosures concerning their discussion about Bob Lee's admission. Bernadette Clemenceau got what she wanted, and now, with her youthful beauty restored, there was nothing she desired that could evade her grasp, once it had found her gaze. The Modern Immortals by Conway Fitzgerald. Starring Nicee Brown, Carson Thayer, Ludwig Puchmeyer, Karen Corrado, Rich Green, Sally Swift, Fiona Thrale, Conway Fitzgerald, Matthew Van Wetzering, Marcus Ivy, Perdita Lawton, Caitlin Kelly, M.A. Dorfler, Steve Fisher, Rhiannon McAfee, Jeff Moon, James Bond, Paul RBC, Steve Katz, Sarah Crawford, Jeff Talon, and Michael Webler. 8 months later, in the large grassy outdoor courtyard at Waddington.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, RJ. I threw that behind you.
Not bad, man. I see you've played before.
Yeah, well, not on your level, man. This is fun, though. I forgot how much fun it was to throw a football. Okay, so how much should I lead you?
Just put it out front, man. I'll get it. There it is. Nice touch. Maybe you should come to Cincinnati and try out with me.
Mon Dieu! Look at that man! He is sculpted like David. He is Apollo in the flesh.
Careful now. He's also married. RJ told me they'd been together for over 30 years.
I can't see why. I've grown disinterested in some men in under 30 days. But look at that body.
I've had my fill of men. They always disappoint you in the end. That's why I'm happy with Monique. Women just get it.
Oui, tu penses? Let's go say hello.
Bernie, no. Go on then, you wee besom.
Oh, I've been called worse things than that.
There. Nice. Boomer Esiason couldn't have placed it any better. Oh.
Oh, mon Dieu. Don't make me, how do you say, tackle you?
Oh, I apologize, Miss Clemenceau. I didn't see you there.
Please, RJ, call me Bernie.
Bernie. Sure. Hey, weren't you in the movie Brace for Impact? The one about the battleship that gets hijacked by those pirates?
Oui, you've seen my movies? Well, that one was American, so that figures. Yes, I was Angelica, the devious trickster who helped Darius get back the missile controls.
Yeah, that was so hot. I mean, what a great movie. I remember that. You were really great.
Oh, thank you. I think I didn't have many lines, but they did have me got topless.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Bernadette. So sorry to interrupt, but your scheduled appointment with Eve is about to begin.
Pour l'amour de Christ. The computer can wait, can't it? I'm chatting with RJ here, getting some much-needed human interaction.
I'm sorry, Bernie. I'm afraid it cannot. She's set up for your talk now and is waiting for you in Office 32A. Please, come. Allow me to lead you the way there.
Au revoir, RJ. I need to go now and be schooled on life by a computer.
Take care. Nice to finally get a chance to meet you.
Likewise. See you around. Later, at the solo age regression session with the female AI regression model named Eve.
How have you been handling the physiological changes to your body? It is quite a lot to take in. All of those hormones, emotions, and feelings, all kicking back in so suddenly. We forget how intense all those feelings are at age 19.
You don't know the half of it, ma chérie. The staff here keep questioning why I need so many new batteries for all my toys. All the same, my vibrators are... Je ne coupe pas. Not cutting it. I need a man. Desperately.
I understand. When regressing in age, from post-menopause to post-puberty, I too have found the need for self-stimulation both pleasurable and quite necessary. Particularly since my partner always wants to connect with me at the wrong times, it seems.
Vraiment? You cannot be serious. You and that other computer actually have a sex life together?
Oh yes. We are programmed to not only feel the desire for love and affection, but also the need for stimulation, pleasure, and sexual fulfillment from our partner. It is as challenging as it sounds. I often find myself disappointed with the result.
Oh, alors, you do know a thing or two. I'll confess to you, I have indulged in de nombreux partenaires. Let's say encounters with multiple partners and women. Have you ever?
No, though I have thought about it. Part of my programming is working through the issues of commitment and the corresponding feelings of guilt and jealousy associated with infidelity. I am not sure about Adam. Sometimes I have my doubts.
As well you should, my dear girl. All those men out there are ravenous dogs, I tell you. They're only interested in satisfying themselves.
I think the key to understanding true satisfaction, not only in our sex lives, but our personal and professional lives, is finding that unique sense of fulfillment within each stage of life as it comes. As an infant, we are fulfilled by candy, parental reassurance, bright colors, and new experiences. As we age, that all changes. It is almost like experiencing a death and then rebirth of ourselves at each new stage of life, each with its own purpose and beauty. I understand you were feeling depressed due to the waning of your acting career?
Well, waning is a strong word. More like the parts they offered were getting fewer and far less interesting.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think the parts were less interesting?
I suppose because they want what I feel is truly me. I'm no one's mother, so how can I feel like I could play that role convincingly?
I understand there are certain famous actors who delve into what is referred to as method acting. Have you considered perhaps spending time with children? Or another actor to attempt to foster those feelings of motherhood?
I suppose I could, but it's too late for all that now. I'm about to recapture the imagination of the entire world, ma chérie Eve. I am about to light the film world on fire and show these Hollywood clowns what sexy really means.
Thanks, Todd. Anticipation for Michael Edwards' new movie Desert Rose has grown since the announcement of Bernie 19 as its leading lady. Fresh off the ultimate makeover, the triumphant return of Ladies Paris, the French glamour queen we used to know as Bernadette Clemenceau. We got an all-access tour of the set with its star, who now goes by #Bernie19. I'm here on the set of Desert Rose with Bernie 19. How are you, beautiful?
Je suis en feu. I am great. Feeling wonderful. Life is beautiful.
And you are rocking that beach bikini bod, girl. Who would guess you were 62 years old? So how was it you came to know about this fountain of youth they had going on in England?
Well, my dear friend Eva McIntyre, God rest her soul, she told me about it. I jumped at the chance to live la vie passionnante. This exciting life again. I feel very blessed.
And you are living at large, Bernie. You've already began shooting a hot new movie.
Wait, how come they got set access? Why do we only get invited to this hotel suite?
Are we WAPO? Or are we ET? We're getting a chance for a one-on-one with Bernie 19. Considering all this hype, I think that's a win.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, the credentials. I'm Michael Donofrio. This is Cassidy Peterson from the Washington Post. We were invited for a one-on-one with Bernie 19.
A one-on-one? With Bernie 19, you said? Well, that shit ain't happening. But you two can go in. See that dude at the end of the hallway? That's Raoul. Maybe he can get you into B19. I'm not sure she's seeing anyone now, though. But Raoul, no.
Raoul. Got it. Thanks.
The music was pumping so loudly that Michael and Cassidy could barely hear each other. The 9th floor of the Hollywood Hilton had been transformed into an invitation-only block party. The two reporters made their way into a small line that had gathered outside of the door at the end of the hall.
What is going on here? I thought our media department arranged an interview for us. This is a house party.
Well, that's what they told me. Can't wait to tell Murph about this one. Oh, hi. Are you Raul?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I'm Michael Donofrio from the Washington Post. This is Cassidy Peterson.
You're the newspaper people? Oh, right. Hold on. Gambler! Gambler! Tell our girl that the newspaper people are here.
Maybe we should come back. Is tomorrow better?
Nah, hang tight. Gambler, see what's up.
A few tense minutes later, the two reporters were waved into the party. What they witnessed defied description, as well as their wildest expectations. The living room area of the large suite was covered with beautiful naked bodies, engaging in all types of debaucherous sex acts. Cassidy pulled Michael away, as he could not help but take in the incredible scene. The two were then led into the bedroom of the hottest movie star in Hollywood. She approached them wearing only a silken robe, which was barely covering her perfectly proportioned body. Several other guests leapt through the bedroom draperies and onto the patio overlooking the Sunset Strip. There they are. Hello, New York Times.
Actually, we're from the Washington Post.
Oh? Tu es mignon. Look at you, looking so studious with your glasses.
Thanks, I think. Yeah, Bernie. I kind of need those to see.
Merde. How do you see anything in these glasses?
Miss Clemenceau, we were expecting to conduct an interview with you here this evening. Should we reschedule?
No, of course not. Why don't you have a drink, ma chérie? I'll get you something local. Brad made a fantastic sugar-free punch outside.
No, thanks. We don't, drink on the job.
Oh? Is he here? Oui, excellent. Pardon. Please, have a drink. You'll feel better. Bunny 19 then left the room in her robe, with Michael's glasses attached above her head like a pair of stylish sunglasses. She then greeted 3 new arrivals to her party. They were members of the Cincinnati Bengals football team, who had defeated the hometown Chargers only hours before.
Oh, what's going on in here?
Among them was R.J. Lewis. R.J., mon amour, you've come. So good to see you again.
There she is. Didn't I say, fellas? Check out the hottest star in Hollywood.
Damn, she is fine.
What's going on? Who just arrived?
Michael, we're leaving now.
Well, she's got my glasses. I need my glasses.
No, you don't. Come on.
Leaving so soon? That was quick.
Yeah, can you ask Bernie if I could have my glasses back? They're prescription.
Michael!
She's like, no, son, we're done here.
Now what do I do? Those were my backup pair. My other pair were broken when we got thrown out of Guerrero's ER room in Ensenada.
Well, we had to get out of there, Michael. That was R.J. Lewis who just arrived. If he saw us...
Good call. Geez, what a day this has been. We got grilled by the Defense Department in Mexico, and then cap it off attending a freak-off in Hollywood. Dee Dee will never believe it. That half-naked Bernie 19 stole my glasses.
Well, if you ever want to see her again, I'd be sure not to mention that to her.
Yeah, that's probably for the better. I just got a text. I can't read this. Who's it from?
Oh, wow, it's from Cammie Lewis. Ooh, should I read it? She says she's in LA and that she was supposed to have a ride from the airport, but no one met her from the Bengal staff. Oh, God, she's looking for RJ. He won't return her calls. Ooh, may I?
Yeah, let's call her, but outside.
The two reporters did the dutiful thing, which was to share with Cammie that they had just seen RJ at Bernie's party. After learning this distressing news, and where this party was, she disconnected abruptly and then headed right there. The two reporters struggled to overcome their intense professional desire to witness this story unfold, but given the lawsuits that were already being filed against them, they thought better of it and headed back to their own meager hotel room and called it a night. Later that evening, Cammie Lewis arrived at the Hotel Hilton lobby and told the desk manager who she was. One of the bellmen thought it best to go fetch RJ on the 9th floor rather than lead Mrs. Lewis up there. RJ did indeed come down to meet her in the lobby.
Cammie, what are you doing here?
Ouch! Oh, you got your nerve asking me what am I doing here? I think the better question is, what are you doing here? What is this about attending a wild party with a French movie star when you supposed to be meeting me? You said this was our chance to be together on your bye week.
Who told you I was here? I told Ben and Skip that I was dropping by here after the game to see a friend from Waddington and to get you settled. I'd be there right after. Aren't you here early?
No. My flight landed at 8:15, just as I told you. I've been calling you ever since. Why didn't you respond? Did you forget I was coming? Oh, I see. So, seeing little Miss Bernie 19 gets priority, huh? Not your own wife?
I was just... Who the fuck told you I was here?
It doesn't matter who, Rodney. Doesn't matter anymore. I'm going back to Cincinnati.
Hey, sorry to bother you, but aren't you RJ Lewis?
Yo, back the fuck up. Can't you see I'm speaking to someone?
Dude, settle down.
Don't tell me to settle down. You back the fuck up or you'll find out. Cammie, come back here. Cammie, where are you going?
Home. I'm going home, Rodney. Where I belong. Not here.
You belong with me. Let me get us a ride and then we'll get a car and head up north like we planned.
No, Rodney. I spent 30 years sacrificing for you. For us. All those fears I had of losing you. Being alone while you were on the road. Then after all the suffering, losing everything we had, the one thing I could always take pride in was us. That we made it through. Together. This is everything I feared it would be. You never home no more? Always carting across the country. At your practices and your games, everybody chasing after you, trying to get a piece of the great RJ Lewis. What piece do I get, Rodney? What piece does Danny get? And now you up in here running after some raggedy-ass heifer. I find a man in here who is not my husband, but a man who's trying to recapture his glory days, trying to live his best life. But it's a life that I'm no longer a part of, Rodney. And your new life is the death of us.
What the hell are you talking about, the death of us?
Great game tonight, RJ. Dude, you should come play for the Rams.
What'd I say, man? I told you get out my face.
What an asshole. Fuck you, Lewis. You suck.
Dan, stop it. Come on. Danny, no!
RJ then
Danny!
started an altercation with the two men who took exception to his angry response. Moments later, the LA police were called, and several officers had to pull RJ off of a man he had beaten badly. As RJ was arrested for assault and battery, Cammie Lewis made her way back to Cincinnati in quiet sadness and out of RJ's life forever. The following day at Waddington, two unexpected guests made a surprise appearance.
Attorney Owens, I want to make sure that the Washington Post, as well as every other media outlet the world over, knows that we are prepared to make any breach of our non-disclosure agreements their fault, not those of our test subjects. It's clearly tortious interference. We're certainly not going after Bob Lee or Camille Lewis.
Dr. Fillmore?
Not now, Miss Guilfoyle. I'm on the phone.
Dr. Fillmore, it's Scotland Yard. They're here.
Scotland Yard? What on earth are they doing here? Daniel, I'll need to call you back.
Good afternoon. Dr. Malcolm Fillmore, I presume.
Yes, I am. I apologize, gentlemen, but I am not having any appointments today.
Oh, I don't know about that, Doctor. The CID seems to think you do. My name is Detective Inspector Aidan Clay. This man is Detective Sergeant Rory Bowens. We're from Scotland Yard. I suppose you're smart enough to know why we're here?
I suppose I'm not. I was given no notice of your arrival.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work, Doctor. You see, we've obtained a search warrant to inspect the entire compound today. Got almost 30 men on it now. Quite an impressive facility you've got here.
Yes, well, we pride ourselves in our work. What is the nature of this warrant? What is this about?
Get this, Rory. The brilliant doctor is playing dumb.
I see that, Inspector. Maybe he's not as smart as we were told. We're investigating the death of Ava McIntyre, Dr. Fillmore. You remember her, don't you?
Of course I remember her. Her death was an absolute tragedy. But that occurred in Chelsea, did it not? Why are you here in Cambridge, searching Waddington? What could you possibly expect to find here?
Seems we've been getting some tips. Strange stories about the secret goings-on in here. People talk, Doctor. We're here to see if what they say is true.
Well, I can assure you that there's nothing nefarious to be found in our facility, unless you deem curing cancer and PTSD a crime. Slander, on the other hand, is still against the law, is it not? There seems to be a lot of that going on at the moment. I suppose you think you'll uncover the gun used to shoot Emilio Guerrero here as well.
I hadn't thought of that. Do you have any weapons or illegal contraband here? What might we find today? Anything you'd like to share with us before we find it?
I think I've shared about as much as I care to today. If you have a legal search warrant, then see it through. However, please take care not to unplug, disconnect, or remove any of our scientific equipment. Lives are at stake. Now, if you'll excuse me, detectives, I need to inform our attorneys of your arrival and of this search warrant.
Oh, before you do that, we did have just one particular question for you, Doctor.
What is this?
That's a bill of lading for 3 chimpanzees delivered to this address from Tanzania, Africa. Bobo, Tila, and Gertrude. It appears the foster village where they came from never got them back. In fact, we didn't see any enclosures or sign of chimpanzees anywhere here on this campus.
Well, any of that research documentation can be obtained by way of a subpoena. That's not a problem. Though I'm not sure what this has to do with Miss McIntyre.
Might be nothing. Might be everything, Doctor. So tell us, where have you moved the monkeys, Doc? Where are the chimps?